Hi, guys.
Hello.
I'm Mackenzie.
I'm Macy.
And this is our podcast.
Honestly, fuck it.
Thank you for being with us for today.
So today, we are going to be discussing exes. Exes.
Dun, dun, dun.
The bad, and everything in between.
We are going to be starting off, I would say not the strongest, with icks. So,
Icks of this. These are our personal experiences.
Yes.
With our exes.
My number one ick, and I feel like this is more common these days than it is for way back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Being treated well. This is not a current ick anymore, but this was a past ick. I was with somebody that treated me way too well, and it turned me the fuck off. I was like, bye. If you're not going to scream at me and yell at me and call me disgusting names, I don't think you deserve my time.
Okay. Not relatable at all to me, but that's fine.
Not to me today.
Yeah.
I want to be treated like a mother-trucking princess.
I agree with that statement. Let me get mine out. Oh, I have one.
Okay.
I have one.
Okay.
When they think they're so funny, but it turns out they are definitely not, and they just want everybody to know they're funny. They like to say it in conversations. They like to just bring up, "I'm so funny." Where?
In what context? What did you say that was funny?
Because I didn't hear it. If what you said was funny, I didn't hear it.
Yeah.
Anyways.
It wasn't heard. Another ick of mine.
Mm-hmm.
Phalanges.
When you have fingers,
you're done.
You're done.
This lesbian is out of it. No, long fingernails. If you have long fingernails, and especially if you have dirt under your long fucking fingernails, if they're not acrylics, they do not need to be that long.
No.
There's no cause. There's no reason. The cause is you're nasty, and the effect is I'm disgusted.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I feel like especially, well, okay, sometimes straight girls do grow their nails out long, and they paint them, and they cut their cuticles, and it looks super cute. But if you're a masked lesbian and you have long nails, I'm sorry.
It's a turn off.
It's over.
It's turned off, and it's not happening.
No. It's just, I don't know, something about it just... Like, I can't even stand, like, the whites of my fingernails showing. Like, I have to cut them every time. Like, the little white part.
You know what I was just thinking about?
What?
Okay, I need to go ahead and think of a name for this ex. Let's call this person Nike. Nike always had long-ass fucking fingernails, always.
No.
And Nike also got somebody else to cut them for her.
This one's not particularly funny. It's actually infuriating. When they go out of their way, when you're like hanging with friends or like family or whatever, and they go out of their way to like make fun of you, but like it's not even in a joking way, it's like a mean way, and it just makes you like, you're just sitting there taking it, and you can't say anything because it makes you look crazy because they're just kidding. But I don't know, like there's a difference between it being a joke and it being
hurtful.
Yeah. So that's a big,
like, babes, you're not funny, and you will be hearing from me later.
Yeah.
Thank you. You think you're safe now? Wait until we get home. Wait until we fucking get home. I can't wait to get a hold of your ass.
Anyways, that was a joke.
That was a joke.
Okay, next.
Going off of yours,
Okay.
when they act too cool.
Arrogant.
Masked lesbians, I don't know what possesses them, but some of them just act like it's not attractive to have fun.
Yeah.
Like, you could be having a fucking blast, like playing board games or something, and they're just like,
It's like, it's a personality trait. I can't say that I've dated anybody like that, but like, oh, I have.
I know.
I don't know why I felt the need to
You said-
reiterate that to you.
I said,
Duh.
I'm like, I can think of someone you dated like that.
Me just lying straight to the camera's
No,
face.
I can't think of a time.
I'm like, I've never dated anybody like that. And you're like, bitch.
I'm like, you're lying so bad right now. But I'm gonna let you.
It's just, it's like, I think that's one of the biggest icks. Like, I feel like, because that's like, you're making it your whole personality. And it's so draining. Because you're like, especially if you're like we are, like, so like, yeah.
Yeah, if you're just sitting there with a stone cold face, you're a stone cold fucking loser. Okay. If you show no emotion,
Get your hand off of me.
what was I doing?
You were like,
I
I was like, please don't touch me.
Let me hide that under there.
Anyways, we're twin flames.
We are.
It's
Okay.
like, ooh.
But yeah, if you act too cool, you're not too cool. You're not too fucking cool to be here. You're not better than anybody else here. You're not that fucking hot.
I spit. Yeah. No matter how many times I convinced myself that you were.
No matter how many times I said, "Oh, yeah, you're so sexy."
You're so sick.
You're so sexy. You're not.
No.
You weren't.
No.
I
lied to you.
I was mentally not stable.
Yeah. Another one that I have, and I'll give you some backstory. I am a very emotional person. Okay? I'm a Cancer moon. I'm very in touch with my feelings, and I feel like everyone hates me. So I say that to say this. When they make you feel stupid for being emotional. Like, why are you crying? That happened to me a lot. Yeah. So, like, I'm a crybaby.
I just thought of one.
What?
Okay. Another one for me is I get very excited and I get very, whoa, hi. I get very excited and I am the type of person that tells a story.
I know where this
with
is going.
detail.
Oh,
I want you to know what color fucking shoes I was wearing. I want you to know who was there. I want you to know their fucking middle name and age. I want you to know every single detail. And I will give you every single detail. That's just the way I tell stories, okay? I hate it when someone is like, can you just get to the point? I'm sorry, what's the fucking point of me telling you a story?
Right.
That's not a story. That's a, hey, let me tell you something. This happened.
You have to know the whole backstory to know what the story
is.
is.
To feel my emotion.
Right.
So don't do that.
Mm-mm. This is a very specific ick that I have for a very specific person. And you know who you are. But when they get out of the shower and
when they get out of the shower,
I don't want to see that. When they get out of the shower and don't dry off, just walk their little ass into the bedroom to change, puddles of footprint water everywhere in the
I'm just so traumatized.
Just give me 1 second, please. Flipper bottles. Just lead into the bedroom.
I have never experienced that. That is so crazy.
That's what I'm saying. It's really specific. And it got on my fucking last nerve. Like, it happened every time. And I would tell them every time. And it never changed. And that's ultimately our demise. That's why. That's what happened.
That's why the relationship could not work.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I've slipped in it before, too. And I think that's... I
broke my fucking
I think that's where I drew the line.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just a very specific ick of mine. I'm sure that it would annoy a lot of people. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
It was not fun.
Drugs and alcohol.
Period.
Period. Don't
That's
drink.
it.
Don't do anything else. Thank you. Sober. No. Drugs. It's just unattractive to me, and that's my opinion. I know a lot of people do.
I got you.
I know a lot of people do drugs to have fun, and that's what you do to have fun, and that's okay.
I thought you were gonna say that's fine, and you were just thinking of another way to like get around that.
But for my partner, no. Drugs it's not attractive to me. I've dealt with it my whole life growing up, and I've never seen a good side of it.
What about weed?
Weed is fine.
Weed is fine when you're not like in a stupefied state. And yeah. I say that even though I literally just got out of all of that.
Yeah.
I used to
Remember when what are we gonna call Teeth? When Teeth I think was like into the smoking stuff, and then I feel like somebody else, maybe somebody that I was talking to, smoked, and we just thought that was the grossest thing ever. Do you not remember that?
Oh yeah, I remember being
we would text and talk shit about it.
I remember being like, Teeth, you cannot smoke. I'm sorry. I remember being like, I don't like that. Like, that's fucking gross. Like,
yeah, you stink.
You're a junkie.
You might as well get a rehab. Stupid bitch. But now our opinions on smoking have changed a lot. I don't do it personally, but I don't mind it. So if my partner were to want to smoke weed, which would not happen because of their occupation, that would be fine with me. But like drugs, like hard drugs.
I'm talking
hard drugs. Not sex drugs, because I love those. Like the pussy pills.
Have you taken one?
Yeah. I'm just kidding, I hate it.
Oh. What does it do?
It's like so... Okay. It's like so... It works too well. I remember standing at the motherfucking gas station. I had taken it when I lived with my mom still. I had taken it before I left my mom's house because I didn't know how long it took to kick in.
Yeah.
I was standing at the gas station pumping gas, and I had sweatpants on but no underwear, and I just felt it dripping down my fucking leg. Just dripping wet. When I did the do, it worked too well that you could not get to that point, if you know what I'm saying. Like, you could not come. I could not come for the life of me. I feel like we had sex for like well over an hour, and I just was not getting there. I would get like so close, but nothing was enough. And that's what the lady at the store told me. She was like, the only complaint that I've gotten is that it works too well. And I was like, what do you mean by that? And she was like, that you can't climax. And I was like, then what the fuck is the point?
Yeah.
Get some fucking lube in there. Anyways, that was a sidetrack.
Yeah.
But yes, I don't... And drinking, I drink. But I feel like there is a fine line between, like, getting, like, tipsy and, like, having a good time, like, maybe even drunk. But once you get to the point where, like, you're slurring your words...
You're, like, plastered
on the verge of blackout, that's not attractive to me.
Like,
at all.
I feel like, well, I definitely have been plastered before.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
And it was on my birthday. I feel like for special occasions, like if you're like in the comfort of your own home and you're plastered, that's fine. But if you're like out and you're fucking like fucked up, like you can't even stand up, you can't see straight, you can't do shit on your own.
Yeah, if you can't handle your alcohol.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of instances where I couldn't handle my alcohol, but this isn't about me.
No. This is about our exes if you don't remember.
Yeah.
So when I just want to rant and feel like I'm being listened, and when I want to feel like I'm being listened to, but the person that I'm speaking to is not understanding that I just want to be listened to and I just want to have sympathy, and they want to fix the problem right then and there. Give me solutions. Give me logical explanations. Like, I don't need that.
I don't want that.
I just want you to say, "Oh,
yeah,
come here." That's what I want. Is it that hard? I don't need you to tell me what to do. I can figure it out myself. It might not be the right thing to do, but I will do it.
Even if you do tell me the right thing to do, I still probably will not do it.
No.
But you can give me advice after you baby me. And after you sympathize with me.
Yeah.
You can be like, well, like after I've had my moment, after I've had my drama queen fucking actress on point moment, at that point you can be like, okay, babe, so I feel like maybe you should do this instead. And maybe you should say this to her. Then I'm like, okay, thank you. But if I tell you something and you're like, well, why did you say that? You should have said this.
Yeah. Like immediately.
Immediately.
Like after a little while, you can start giving me advice. I don't know if this is like a princess mentality, but I feel this truly to my core. Like I said, I'm an emotional person, and I mean that.
Yeah.
So like, cater to my needs. Don't tell me what I need to do. You can tell me what I need to do later. But right now, I need you to use your hearing.
Turn the listening ears on.
Yeah. And shut the fuck up.
Essentially.
Yeah. Essentially.
My last and most important point that I cannot stress enough, this is the biggest turnoff for me, saying I love you too soon.
I have done that. I've done
it in the past, but then I grew up.
Yeah.
No. Read the fucking room. Read the room. Do you look at me and see in love?
Or like, I feel like people don't really think, like, they'll say it like in the honeymoon stage when they don't really know you that well and they're like just feeling all the feelings for you.
Yeah.
And you're like, baby, we gotta fight first.
Yeah.
We gotta knock down, drag out first before you start throwing that out there.
Because you do not love me until you've had a fight with me and we've come out on the other side.
Yeah.
And you know how I fight.
Right.
And I know how you fight. We don't love each other. No. I think it took me and Haley 8 months. Maybe a little bit longer than that, honestly, to say I love you. Yeah.
I do remember, though, being like, why the fuck hasn't she said she loved you yet?
Yeah.
Wasn't it longer than 8 months, or was it?
It might have been, honestly.
I think it was like a year.
Now, we've been together for 2 years, and we say it a lot. Like, pretty much any chance I get, I'm like, hey, babe, I love you. Do you love me too? She's like, I love you. I'm like, thank you for loving me, my love.
Oh my god.
No, but
y'all make me sick.
But yeah, don't do it too soon. That's gross and disgusting. And even if you do feel like you love them after a month, you don't.
You don't.
The only instance where that could be true is if y'all were best friends your whole entire life.
And you know them.
And like you know that person.
Yeah.
Or y'all been friends for a really long time. Or if y'all took a while to start dating and y'all were in the talking stage for a while, then that's okay. But don't blurt it at me because I'm going to say, oh, really?
Thank you.
Thanks so much for that. Now we're going to be moving on
way down here and you're
to X stories.
I'm
These
excited
are
about this
the
one.
funny, this is a trigger warning. right now that in some of these stories, it can be triggering if you've dealt with abuse.
Mm-hmm. But the way that I handle things, this was also a very long time ago. So the way that I handle things may be different from the way that you handle things. But I will be joking about it. And if you don't like that, fine. So, rolling along with that abuse. This one is not the craziest, but well, this one doesn't really have to do with physical abuse, but I will say that they did do quite a lot of that. Let's call him Ogre. Shrek.
Shrek.
Because that's what he reminds me of. So me and Shrek dated in high school, and it was like my first really real relationship. And he was very abusive. He was very mean. He was mentally, physically, emotionally abusive. But this was a time where all three of those were basically kind of combined. So we were fighting as usual. And I don't know why, but we were driving out in like the hometown that I live in. There's like another like part of it in the county where it's just straight field. And so for some reason, I don't know if we were going somewhere, but we were driving out in those fields. And at that point in time, I had an iPod Touch. Okay, I was a junior in high school with an iPod Touch. Broke bitch things, poverty. But anyways, so I had an iPod Touch. He had like an iPhone 5 or whatever. And we were driving, or he was driving out in whatever. And we were fighting like really bad. And he stopped the car, said, "Get out." I said, "What?" And he was like, "Get out. Like, get out. Nah, fuck you. Get out." And I was like, "Please don't make me go out there." Like, it was dark. It was like the middle of the night. And we were out in fields. Like, just straight fields for like miles. And like maybe a house here and there, but like not nowhere where we were. And I was like, "You're joking." And he was like, "No, just get the fuck out. Fuck you. I hate you. Get out." And I was like, "All right." I was crying. So I didn't say like, "All right." So I got out, me and my little iPod Touch, no Wi-Fi.
No, not a damn signal.
No way to like call 911, call my parents, call anyone. So I got out, pitch black, dark. Maybe one street lamp. Far off in the distance. But yeah, and so I got out and he drove off. I didn't know what to do. I was panicking. I was like walking, and then, well, no, first of all, I sat down and was bawling because I was like, "What do I do? Like, he has to come back. Like, there's no way he's not just gonna like turn around and come back." Left me there for 20 minutes. 20 minutes. And there are coyotes out there, okay?
There are coyotes.
There are. I was so scared. Yeah, left me out there for 20 minutes and then came back and said, "Get in the car. I got us McDonald's." I said, "You're joking." I didn't say that, but I was thinking in my head, "You're kidding me." And he was like, "Just get in the car. Just get in." So I did.
So I got in.
And that was the end of that, but yeah. Okay. I was walking and that's when he came up. Like, I was trying to find a house so I can use their fucking telephone.
Yeah. Their landline.
Yeah. So that was just one of the many fucking crazy stories I have with him.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
My story, I'm going to start with the oldest.
Okay.
The baby-ish. I dated this girl, and we're going to call her Backwood. We're going to call her Backwood.
Like backwoods?
Yeah. Like things that you roll.
Yeah, backwoods. Not backwood.
I want to call it Backwood.
Okay.
No, I'll call it Backwoods. No, I want to call it backwood.
Okay.
Okay. Figure it out. Like, anyway, so I was dating backwood. And a little backstory. I was very young, and backwood lived very, very far away from me. Very far. And my mother was like, you can't go and see her unless you take your little sister. My little sister is not like your little sister. My little sister is scary. So she's like a year younger than me. But we were probably like 15 and 16 at, or no. Yeah, she was 15, I was 16. That's not important. Sorry. But we were both, okay, we'll go. She was like, I'll go with you, whatever, I don't care. She was very attached to my hip, and she was like, oh, I want to go on a vacation. This is not vacation.
This is a lesbian vacation. That's different.
This is not a lesbian vacation. This is hell.
Oh.
We're going to hell right now. I didn't know that, though.
Yeah.
So,
at the beginning, it was a lesbian vacation.
Yeah. I got there. And as we're pulling in to her house, she looks at me and she goes, by the way, I'm pretty sure that she's mentioned this on the way there through the drive, but she said, this is where you go to school. This is how old you are. This is why you're here. Her parents did not know I was her girlfriend. So she was giving me this whole, like, I was a different person. I had a different identity. I went to college, and for some reason, like, can you
How did they
picture?
believe that? Because you look like a fucking child.
Baby. Yeah. So I think something was like I couldn't catch my bus to my hometown or something. I don't know. It was the dumbest fucking excuse ever. She was also scary to her mom. So I'm not sure why I had to lie. Because, baby, you almost boxed with your mom anyway, so what's the point in me lying?
Mm-hmm.
When it doesn't matter. Y'all are going to fight regardless. So I remember this one instance where, okay, well, first of all, this was like within a day of me getting there, if not the same day. I think I got there at night and we went to sleep the next morning. I was on my phone, minding my fucking business, and she, I believe, like, wanted my phone or, like, wanted to go through no, I was texting my ex. But it's because we were friends.
Mm.
Like, it wasn't romantic. I'd never met up with this girl before. Like, we dated for, like, maybe... A?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was A.
Okay.
So, we were, like, cool, friendly, whatever. And she saw that I was texting this girl, and she was like, who the fuck is that? And I was like, oh, this is A. And I was like, we're friends, whatever. And she was like, what the fuck? Flipped her shit. Started crying hysterically.
And y'all were young, too, so, like, that's different.
Yeah. I think I was, like, that was the very first girl that I dated.
Mm-hmm.
The dog emoji on the lock screen. That's, yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, I never met this girl, whatever, we were friends. I was young. I was a fucking kid. And she was like, what the fuck? Delete her. Like, you don't need to be talking to her, whatever. And I was like, you're friends with your exes. But okay, hypocrite. So I apologized profusely. Like, I'm so sorry. I'll never do it again. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And there was also another instance where we were outside and Backwood and my sister were smoking together. And she wanted to go through my phone. Like, she asked me, hey, can I have your phone? And I was like, yeah, for what? And she was like, I just want to look through your messages. And I said, okay. So she went through my Instagram DMs and found messages between me and other girls from before I even knew that she was a fucking person on this earth. Mm. Like, I had zero idea that she existed. And she was fuming pissed off at me. Like, why the fuck did you flirt with this bitch? Blah, 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 blah. Like, why did you do this? Oh, why'd you say this? You thought she was fucking so sexy, didn't you? And I was like, yeah, she was delicious. No, but, yeah. So she was very scary. And then the last story about this girl, she was on her period when I was there. So one day she was like, hey, I'm going to go take a shower. I'll be back. And I was like, okay. So I chilled with my sister in her room. She was in there for like fucking 20 minutes to 30 minutes. Like in there for a long time. And I said, okay, maybe she's like shaving her coochie or her booty hole or something. Getting up in the creases. And she gets out of the shower and she's like, Mackenzie, can you come here? And I was like, yeah. So I went in the bathroom with her and she shut the door. And she's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I was like, what? And she was like, why didn't you get in the shower with me? And I said, I didn't know you wanted me to.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, everybody knows that whenever you take a shower, your period stops. So we could have fucking had sex. And I was like,
you said I'm showering, not we are showering.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm so sorry. I wasn't aware. Please don't hurt me. And also, thinking back, he wanted our first time to be in the fucking shower. I have had shower sex one time and it was god awful. Like, I could not breathe. I have asthma. The steam is too much for me. I be huffing and puffing, okay?
I disagree with that on my
You've
part.
never had... Oh, no. You have? You like it?
I have, yeah.
Well, not me. We're not twin flames.
Oh.
Anyways. You just said matchsticks and coffee.
Sorry.
No, I'm just kidding. But, yeah. So, she was pissed off at me because I did not get the hint that she wanted to have shower sex. She wanted me to eat her coochie in the shower.
Wait, that's a little bit too much. Because I don't think I've ever done that.
Oh, eat coochie in the shower?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like...
You're talking about, like, fingers.
Yeah.
And others?
What?
And other stuff?
No.
Oh. Just... I don't know why you looked at me like that then. You're like, and a big, fat, fucking dildo!
Not in the shower. Yeah.
Yeah, so, she almost hit me in front of my sister, and my sister is
crazy.
Manic.
Well, not crazy, but she's mean.
Crazy. Yeah, she was just a very awful person, and I remember going back home. I immediately broke up with her, I think, not even a week after being home. Not even a few days after being home. I was like, yeah, this is not going to work. And I felt horrible for dumping her. Like, I felt like the worst person, because I was like, I gave up on her. Like, we gotta work this out. Ooh. No.
She needs to work some shit out for herself.
Yeah,
and I really hope she has.
Brain.
I really hope she has.
I really hope you have. So if you're listening to this, back when... What?
I don't know. That was just so dramatic.
You scared the fucking living shit out of me and gave me so much fucking trauma.
Hope you're doing good.
Hope you're doing well and you're in love and happy in whatever you're doing with your life now.
Moving on.
Yeah.
But
now my current girlfriend can't even throw something across the room, like, to the floor without me being like...
I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a jump scare. So this next story, Mackenzie was there for it.
I am the eyewitness.
It's a funny little story. So, and if I miss any parts, feel free to jump in. So we went to the city near our town, during 4th of July to see the fireworks. And Mackenzie had a little girlie. She wasn't your girlfriend, was she?
No, we had broken up. Her name is Carly. Because it was a fucking hour drive every time I wanted to go and see her.
Why are you calling her Carly then?
Because car. And then I'm just adding some extra letters.
Oh, that's good. You were like, Carly. And I was just thinking in my head, like, okay,
is that her middle name?
No, just a regular name. And you're like, because it took me a long time to drive there. And I was like, that doesn't make sense. Now I understand.
Yeah.
We like to add Lee to the end of every word.
Me too. Anyways, her name is Carly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm telling the story.
I was like, was I telling the story?
Yeah, so go ahead. So, Mackenzie and Carly and me and Teeth. I'm sorry. Just
Teethy.
me and Teeth Lee. we went to see the fireworks. And so we got there, and Teeth was very, what's the word?
Bitchy?
Yeah.
Moody?
Yeah.
Bipolar?
Yeah. And, which, you go, girl. You do you. I'm sure you're better now. I do have problems of my own. Me trying to make sure she's not mad at me for doing this.
I really hope you're doing well.
Don't hate me and don't expose me. So we were just bebopping along. It was very crowded, and we were just walking. People were everywhere, and so I think what was it, a sidewalk that we were walking on in the middle of the park, and Teeth and Mackenzie were in front of me and Carly. They were walking side by side, and me and Carly were walking side by side.
I was like, who the fuck is Carly?
So we were walking, and these people in front of us were trying to take a photo. And so I saw that, but Teeth didn't. So I grabbed Teeth's arm and pulled her back very gently, I must say. I wasn't like,
yeah,
move. I said, hey, like they're trying to take a picture. And she said, get the fuck off me, and slapped the fuck out of my arm. Which, I guess it doesn't seem like that big of a deal, except for the fact that she was like actually mad. Yeah. And Mackenzie and Carly saw it, and they said, and they didn't say shit, which I didn't either, so I don't care. But it was just.
I feel like I said something to her.
Woo! It was just a rush.
I feel like I said something to her, like, why are you being a bitch? Or, like, stop being a bitch.
You always did.
Okay, and another story about Teeth is Teeth worked at the mall in our area. And me and Macy were hanging out. And I don't think Teeth liked that very much.
No.
Teeth didn't enjoy that.
No.
But
Teeth thought that we were gonna fuck.
Yeah.
And get together.
And we did.
No, we did not.
I said, and we did.
I was like, don't tell these people lies.
No. But, yeah, so Teeth asked, hey, can you bring, like, me food? And we were like...
I feel like it was probably more aggressive than that.
Like, hey, bring me food.
Go get me some food.
Yeah. So we were like, okay. And then went and got... Because we didn't say this, but I was best friends with Teeth. And then that's how I met Macy.
Mm-hmm.
So we were like, okay, whatever. Went and got Teeth some wings, some boneless wings, and brought it back. Sat it on the counter, and Teeth opened the bag and said, where is my fork? How am I supposed to eat this without a fucking fork? And
I remember this so vividly.
We were like, I said, with your fucking hands? It's wings. And she was like, no, I need a fork. And I said, okay, let's just go to the food court. So we went and got Teeth a fork from the food court, and I carried that fork in my mouth.
She was salivating all over it.
Up. I mean, all over that fork. And then when we got back to...
We gave it a quick.
And then rounded the corner into the store, and we were like, here. And we stared at each other like this.
And we thought that was such a serve.
We thought we were serving cunts.
Yeah, but we were serving saliva.
We were serving saliva that day. And my last story.
Mm-hmm.
Nike.
We know her. We don't love her.
Nike had let me borrow some really nice new Nike.
Of course.
Nike,
we have to stay on brand. Literally.
Nike hoodies. And one of her school hoodies that she was obsessed with.
Oh.
And she let me borrow them, whatever. Well, some shit went down. We ended up not talking anymore. We just stopped talking. We never were really official.
And might I add, she was terrible to Mackenzie.
Yeah,
like
I didn't
absolutely
see it.
Horrendous.
I didn't see it, but she was awful.
I saw it.
Yeah. But essentially, we broke things off. She wanted her hoodie. I told her to leave me alone. And then one night, my sister, I, and my other friends were drinking, and my friend, we'll call her Aubrey, grabbed Nike's
You're about to say her name.
Nike's hoodies and threw them in the fire pit. I was like trying so hard to like stop her, but our other friend was holding me back, and her and my sister were just making some fucking s'mores with this shit. And that really bit us in the ass. Not really. But yeah, she found out. She was super fucking pissed off, and it's so funny because her parents for 2 years, the 2 years that we were talking, never exclusive. I mean exclusive, but never dating.
Yeah.
Her parents did not know I existed. Had her mom call me.
That's so embarrassing, by the way.
Yeah.
Fight your own battles.
Had
Nike.
her mom call me, and she was like, I didn't know this number. I just saw Nike's last name pop up on my screen, and I said, answered the phone. Hi, is this Mackenzie? Yes, who is this? This is Nike's mom, blah, blah, blah. Nike informed me that you burned her hoodies, so you will be giving me the money back for those. And I said, I never said I wasn't, like, it wasn't me, it was my friend, whatever. I'll send you the money. I have no problem sending the money I offered to Nike. I said, hey, I'll send you the money for this. I'm so sorry that this happened. And Nike was like, no, blah, 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 no.
Yeah, I remember that.
My parents know people, and I'll have the fucking cops show up to this bitch's door. I'll have Aubrey fucking just embarrassed. Everybody be so like, oh, Aubrey did that, blah, blah, blah. She's gonna go to fucking jail. And I was like, pipe down. Yeah, she had her mom call me. Her mom, I sent her mom. No, I sent Nike directly the money with flame emojis. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. I sent flame emojis.
You should have done the sweater emoji in a flame.
But, yeah, so rest in peace to the sweaters. I don't care. But yeah, that's my story.
Sorry, not sorry. I wish I could have been in on that.
XOXO.
We should have just burned you
at
the stake like a witch.
Well done. Okay, guys. So that's the end of our podcast. We are running out of time. We have to hurry up. This is our outro. Whoa, 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 whoa. And stay tuned in for the next video. We hope you enjoyed.
Thank you. Bye.